Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you are easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. For those of you who still remain, today's reading will be on the topic of what has been going on with them since we last spoke. This is for no contact situations or very, very minimal contact situations. I will be tapping into their thought forms in regards to you, what they've been thinking about you, what they've been doing with their time physically, and also if there's another mate or individual in their lives at the moment. So you have 4 piles to choose from. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your stone, and I will see you in your timestamp. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading if you chose the Snowflake Obsidian Stone. So I can see right away that your person, since it has been no contact, they've been doing their own thing. They've been following their bliss, their joy. They've been finding what makes them happy. They've been doing what makes them happy. So far, I do not see them spending a lot of time contemplating this relationship that ended between the two of you guys. They are going their own way. They're doing their own things. They're hanging out with friends or family. They're engaging in their hobbies. They're working. If they enjoy their work, they're going out as much as they possibly can with the current pandemic. They're just enjoying themselves. The next card, watching clouds. They're resting, they're relaxing, they're taking it easy. They're watching television, Netflix, reading books, whatever they like to do, they're doing it. They may have even gone on a vacation, because the underdeck energy I have for this deck is faraway places. So if they resonate with being able to travel at this current period of time with the situation that's happening in the world, they have been traveling. It could just be to another city within the same country, maybe going camping or just going to different cities. Maybe they have friends in another city. They've probably been going there. But all in all, they've just been in a relaxed state. I do not see any stress. They've been de-stressing. So if your relationship had caused them some stress, they've been de-stressing lately, just focusing all their time and attention on taking it easy. Similarly, like, because we're in the pandemic, and if you're watching this around the time when I'm uploading it, they may have been temporarily laid off of work. So they are just taking a long break from work, a long vacation, just taking it easy, not stressing out about work, about anything that they don't have to bother themselves about. We have Mystic Healer, so I feel like they're definitely healing themselves in regards to the stresses in their lives. And I keep hearing stress, and when I put that card down, I heard healing you. So I see themselves healing the energy, healing your energy from their life. So like I said, I do not see them spending a lot of time ruminating over this relationship. In fact, I see them moving on. Now, so far with these cards, it's not my intention to yet channel if I'm seeing someone else. I'm going to do that with another deck. However, in terms of them ruminating over you, I do not see that. I see them shifting their focus onto other things, healing any kind of hurt that they have in their heart over you and over the situation, and healing just anything that is awry in their lives. We have begin now, take your first step. So to them, they're having a new beginning, a new phase in their life. There's a new phase in their life that's occurring since you guys last spoke. If you see in this imagery here, we have this man waving goodbye to this woman. So I see them having waved goodbye to you. You know, it could have been physically, of course, if the last time you guys actually saw each other, or they may have said bye via text message when you guys finished your conversation. I feel like you ended your conversation with one of you or the both of you saying bye to each other, like just okay, bye. Like you were arguing and it was just like, okay, you know what, just bye. And I feel like they haven't texted you since you guys said bye to each other. So this is why you're wondering what they've been doing, if they're going to come back or if they're thinking about you. I feel like so far they were very serious about the fact that they said bye to you the last time you guys spoke. They were very serious about that. So they set their foot down, they put their foot down with the relationship and they said, okay, you know what, this is not working. And they said their goodbyes, and to them that was really goodbye. So I'm now going to shuffle from the Energy Oracle. We have the World card. Definitely, as I said, see, navigating by the stars, begin now. The World card. It's the same sort of energy. They've been expanding. They may have been expanding their business if they work for themselves. They're expanding their friendship circles. They may have been traveling, like I said. It could be within the same country or within the same province, just traveling to a different city if they can't get out of the country because of the issues. But they've been hanging out with friends as much as they possibly can, taking time out by themselves. I see them resting and relaxing by themselves as well, doing their hobbies as much as they can with, you know, shutdowns and whatnot. As much as they can, they've been, I'm hearing hockey for some of you. They've been playing their sports that they, you know, these things that they like to do, most of you. So whatever they like to do in their pastime, playing these sports, dance classes and such, whatever they're still able to do with the current climate, they are doing it. Your next card for chakra. We have a bunch of cards that flew out all at the same time. Adjacent possibilities. So, okay, let me hold off. Okay, yeah. All right, door to romance. And door to personal healing and happiness was kind of in the reverse, but we'll see about that. So when I said let me hold off, I didn't actually look at the next card that was in my hand before I placed it in front of the camera. And the first thing I was picking up when I put down these two cards is that they are moving on with someone else. So I do see them moving on with other people or someone else. They are healing from this relationship with you. But furthermore, I just see them expanding and moving on. I don't see an attachment at all with you, to you. They are moving forward. They have other options. They are having fun with these other options, to put it very PG. But I see them having a lot of fun with these other options, these other people in their life. So they're healing themselves physically, detaching from you physically by getting physical with other people. Again, we have Healer of the Ages. A lot of healing going on with this group. We have Mystic Healer again. So a lot of healing going on with this person. So I don't know if you guys were fighting a lot. I'm not picking up a lot of fighting. I'm just picking up a relationship that kind of started but didn't really take off. It started going down the runway, but it never really flew and took off into the air. That's what I'm seeing. But I mean, make it resonate. This is a group reading. But I'm not seeing a serious relationship that ended. I'm seeing something that you guys were sort of testing the waters with each other. You may have been dating for just a few months, and it just didn't work out. You guys weren't compatible, or maybe they wanted something else, and you guys both decided to go your separate ways. But you might be wondering, you know, are they still thinking about you? Should you guys give it another chance? I don't see them wanting to give it another chance. Your underdeck energy is the Sun. So they are pretty happy. They're very content right now where they're at. So how did they feel about you? So I'm going to shuffle from the chakra deck. We have forgiveness. So they may have said some things to you the last time you guys spoke that wasn't very nice, or they may have done something that wasn't very nice. And I feel like they're actually sorry for what they did to you or what they said to you. They realized their error after the fact, so it could come back to all this healing energy that's taking place. They realize their error, but that doesn't mean that they want to go back to you. They do realize that you guys are not compatible. You guys should not be together. But they realize their error in judgment, I'm hearing with you. For some of you, they're realizing, again, I'm sorry to say this, but they're realizing their error in even entertaining you for as long as they did. They may, for you, you may have felt like they were leading you on, or they were hot and cold with you. They were in and they were out. They were not stable. They were not committed, which they weren't. You guys were not together for a long time. This is like a relationship that was just a couple of months, or you guys were on and off for several months, or you guys were fuck buddies for some time, and it was starting to get a little bit more emotional or connected. And if you resonate with that group, this person has moved on. They have another fuck buddy already. So they said bye to you. Maybe they thought you were getting too attached to them. They didn't want a real relationship. They just wanted to, have fun. So they moved on with someone they can have fun with. They are just chilling. So I feel like also with this card, as I said, some of them regret the fact that they entertained you for as long as they did, because I feel like you got attached to them. And they regret the fact that you got so attached and you got your feelings hurt when they couldn't commit to you. So let's see what else. Impasse. Seeing with this card, they did not. It's pretty much the same thing. They feel like they should have blocked off this energy with you sooner. They should have cut it off sooner than they did. They let it go on too long. And that's what they're feeling about you. When they do think of you, they feel that they let it go on for too long. And you may be resonating with you texting this person. You may be saying, hey, what's up, from time to time, and they're just not responding. They don't want to entertain this relationship any longer. They don't want to bring it back up. They don't want you to get your hopes up again. They don't want to lead you on. So they're trying to block. They may have blocked your number, actually. So if you're resonating with them not even responding to your text messages or your phone calls, well, if it's a phone call, it would go straight to voicemail. But if you're resonating with them not responding to your text messages, they probably blocked your number, or they're just ignoring it. So it's not that they're not getting your messages, they just ignored it. So next call, we have renewal. So again, this is along the same lines as this healing, this door to healing, a lot of healing, and then forgiveness again. So I don't know what happened between you guys. You guys probably may have had a huge fight, or maybe they really just led you on. Maybe they were really into the physical with you, and they let it go on too long, and you got your feelings hurt because you thought that it was developing into a relationship that was more heart-based, but it was always very lower chakra based, very physical. And but again, with this renewal energy, I'm seeing them having a new relationship, renewing themselves with someone else physically, very physically, because we have the root chakra here. Faith. I don't see them as hating you or not liking you, because I see them as being apologetic that they led you on as long as they did, and that they hurt you, that they hurt your feelings. And they're trying to heal that part of themselves that hurts other people, other women or other men. They're trying to heal that kind of playboy-ish side of themselves, or the non-committal side of themselves, but not to the point that they're actually trying to commit with someone else, just to the point that they make themselves very clear from the get-go what it is that they want from this relationship, that it's a physical relationship, it's a friends with benefit relationship from the get-go. And they want to, now with this new person, they're probably making it extremely clear from the get-go. And I feel like they wish you the best, actually, because you are probably someone who doesn't want a physical relationship forever. You probably want a commitment. I'm picking that up. And I feel like that's what you guys were arguing about. And that's what caused you guys to separate and go your separate ways here. So they wish you the best. They actually want you to have the happiness and the family that, and the relationship that you deserve and that you actually want, but with someone else, not with them. So with this impasse card, they're blocking off any communication with you, and they're blocking you from re-entering their life. They have moved on, but they do wish you the best. They are renewing themselves, healing themselves, renewing their energies. They're with someone else right now. I'm not seeing it as being some sort of a committed relationship. This is very physical, this relationship that they're in. Could be multiple people that they're seeing, or it could be one or two. But it's friends with benefits, or it's friends with benefits, this relationship that they're in now. But they do wish you the best, and they want you to find a real boyfriend or a real girlfriend who's going to commit to you and be more stable. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading if you chose the terminated quartz. So right away, with unknown territory, your person has not been in this situation before. I feel like usually when relationships have ended in the past, they've ended differently than the way that this one ended with you. So they're sort of in a no man's land, sort of, they don't know what to do with their time. They don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with their emotions. They don't know how to see this ending, how to see this relationship, what to take from it, what lessons to learn from it. They don't even know like what the hell happened. I see a lot of confusion. But I see them in solitude, trying to discover what the hell happened and to get their thoughts and their emotions in check and together. So we have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. That's exactly what they're doing. They're healing, they're mending, they're releasing this relationship and connecting. So they're trying to connect with the bigger picture, with the lesson, what the hell happened. I see them asking, what on earth, what happened, what was this for, what was the purpose of this, what should I do now? Those are the questions I hear them asking, and they're trying to mend themselves, mend their hearts, mend their mind. Their mind is going crazy all over the place. They're confused. They're trying to mend that. They're trying to also release this connection, because I feel like they're still attached to it. But they're attached to it because they're more attached, so far I see that they're more attached to the energy that this relationship left behind than they are attached to you particularly. But we'll see what the rest of the cards say in the other decks. But so far I see them really attached to the energy, the lingering energy of this relationship. So we have view from above, get the big picture. I see them trying to really understand what the hell happened. I feel this may have been tumultuous. You may have left them for a reason that they don't understand. You may have ghosted them and just stopped texting them and contacting them and responding to them altogether. And they're trying to figure out why, like, what are you thinking? What happened? I don't think you actually explained to them why you guys were breaking up. I feel like a lot of you guys just ghosted them, or even if you feel like you did explain to them, you know what? No, you didn't explain to them what happened. I feel like you guys were arguing, or they were doing little things that pissed you off. That's what happened. They were doing things that pissed you off, that annoyed you. And this is coming off as a heavy female group because females are more intuitive naturally than males. Males are more logic. They're more logical. They're logic based with their minds. So females expect other people to pick up nuances and things intuitively because we can do that. So I feel like they were doing things that annoyed you or something like that, and they weren't picking up on your intuitive like nudges and energies and that you were giving off, and they just kept doing it. Or it could be the personality that rubbed you the wrong way. Maybe you guys were clashing. Maybe they were saying some things, just doing some things. Maybe you did say it a few times, but they just weren't picking it up, and you didn't say it very clearly. You kind of gave hints in the way you would say things, but they weren't picking it up. This person's coming off a little, okay, maybe I shouldn't. Again, it depends on the point of view. To you, they are either selfish or they're dull. Okay, they're dim to you. That's how you view them. They're either selfish or they're dim-witted. They just don't get it. And to them, you are elusive and mysterious and odd. Vasta vistas, expand your horizons. This person, I see them looking out into the distance, watching you on social media, trying to get some sort of hint as to what the hell is going on. They are freaking confused. Your underdeck energy is faraway places, which is kind of similar to this fast vistas here. I see them watching you on social media, because you're probably not responding to their text messages anymore or their phone calls. They don't know what the hell they did. They do not know what they did. So they're trying to get any kind of clue, any kind of hint that they possibly can from any avenue. They may even be talking to some of your friends. If you have friends in common, or they happen to be on your social, like on your Facebook list, your friends list or something like that, they could be contacting some of your friends asking, hey, do you know what's going on with her? And I'm going to keep saying you're a her because this is very female energy, but that does, make it resonate. But he may be like, do you know what's going on with her? Like, he may be contacting some of your friends on social media. But if not, he's just looking at your posts, your status updates, and your pictures and stuff that you post to try to get any clue as to what's going on. Energy Oracle. So I'm going to move on to the Energy Oracle deck. Okay. Oh, we have this card that literally flew out. You couldn't see it because it was off camera, but it flew out, and it's anxiety. So that's how they're feeling. They're very anxious. They're stressed. They're confused. They're really confused. They've been in a state of confusion since you guys last spoke. I feel like the last message that you sent them confused the hell out of them. And furthermore, I'm pretty sure the last person who texted anyone was them texting you. And you just didn't even respond because they didn't respond the way you expected them to respond to your previous text. And your previous text confused the hell out of them. So we have woman holding a coin in reverse. I see them again watching you with this card, but I see you as holding all the power in this relationship, in this no contact situationship, but yes, you hold the power in this situationship. This is what this is. It's like, because again, some of you are thinking, half of you, or maybe it's a mixture, but some of you are thinking they're either dim-witted. The other parts, people are thinking that they are selfish. So you're wondering which is it. You don't know what's going on yourself. you don't know how come they're not picking up what you're putting down. You don't get what the hell's going on either. But you are more intuitive than this person, and you just want to know. Like, I feel like it's not that they haven't tried to reach out to you. They've tried to reach out to you. You just blocked them or you've ignored them. So I guess you're just curious. I guess that's why you're at this reading, to find out what they've been doing. Maybe they stopped texting you after a while. I feel like that's what happened for a lot of you guys. They were texting you like crazy and calling you like crazy at the beginning when you just ghosted them and just stopped responding. And then after a point, they just stopped. And to you, it's weird. You're just like, okay, they just stopped trying to contact me. So you're wondering, have they moved on? Like, what's going on? Like, why did they just stop calling me as often as they would, or texting me as often as they would? But what they are doing is they're confused. So they're trying to work through these energies, these mental energies, and they're also watching you on social media, because you're not responding to them in real life, like on the phone and text message, even DMs, you're not responding. So they just stop and they're just watching. They're watching and they're waiting to understand what is going on. So we have yin yang energy. I see a sort of back and forth happening in their mind. So they're wrestling internally with their logical mind and their intuitive mind. They're like fighting with themselves in their head. That's what they're doing. They feel like you're being very deceptive and mysterious. They feel like you're being manipulative. That's how they feel that you're being right now. Okay. The garden gate kind of flew. I don't know if it's in reverse or what, but okay. I don't know, but what, I don't know. Okay, let's put it this way. Again, I really still see them watching you. It's kind of stalkerish, but at the same time, you haven't given them closure. They're confused. They don't know what the hell happened. So I'm right away to answer your question. No, they're not seeing anyone else. They're freaking confused. They're probably the kind of person who's just like, women are weird. Like, I don't want to go talk to another woman right now. Like, I don't even know what the hell happened with this last one. So no, they're not seeing someone else to answer that question. So second chakra, strategy, caring, connections. I feel like they want to get back together. So they're trying to come up with a strategy and a way to approach you in a manner that would cause you to actually respond, because you haven't been responding to their last attempts to get back into contact with you, which is why they just randomly stopped trying. So now you're wondering what the hell's going on. They just stopped texting me, calling me. Before, they used to text me and call me multiple times a day, and randomly one day they just stopped. They're strategizing. That's what they're doing. They're trying to create a way to get into contact with you again. They're trying to create a way to get back into your connection, because they still do care about you. And I feel like they do want to get back together, but above all, before that happens, they're going to need freaking answers like crazy, because this person, they find you manipulative and secretive. You may be a Scorpio, and that's not shade, because I am as well. But you're very mysterious. And I am also hearing a water sign. I'm hearing like Cancer as well. But regardless, yeah. Regardless, they're confused. They're just confused. It could also be an earth sign, because we have a woman holding a coin. So, but okay, so I'm gonna get some more information lastly with the chakra cards. Prayer. They're hoping that you guys will get back together. They're hoping that you will contact them. So you hold the power in your hands. They're hoping that you will contact them and you guys will get back together. They're also, though, as well, in addition to that, hoping to understand what the hell happened. They want clarity from the situation. So It's more to do with the situation that you left them in than you yourself. That doesn't mean that they don't care about you, because I do see caring connections here and them trying to maybe get back with you. But even more than that, even if they don't ever get back with you, what's going to annoy them and hurt them and linger with them more is them not knowing what the hell happened. More so, much more so than them not getting back to you. So I kind of getting back with you. So I kind of feel like even if you guys don't get back together, at least they want to speak to you and get some sort of closure and get some sort of understanding as to what the hell happened. That's what they need more. Above all, that's what they need. So even if you guys don't get back together, they'll get over that, but it's going to take them a hell of a longer time to get over the fact, this confusion, if they don't have closure from this separation that occurred. So we have service. I kind of feel like they feel like they want to help you. I feel like they're going back and forth because, again, we have these yin yang energy. We have the anxiety card. They're going kind of back and forth between thinking that you are manipulative and conniving, and also thinking that you're sweet and confused yourself and hurt someone who needs assistance. They're going back and forth between these two ways of viewing you. So they don't know if sometimes they think you're a bitch and a cold-hearted bitch, and sometimes they think you're a misguided teenager, like not teenager, but like a child. Well, that's even worse. But you know what I mean, like a naive, misguided sort of. I'm seeing a lot of emotion. I'm seeing a lot of emotion around this. So they feel like you're emotionally unstable. So they're going back and forth between you being someone who has full control of their emotions and knows exactly what she's doing, and someone who's so confused and so emotional that they are illogical and don't know what they're doing. So part of them wants to reach out to you and help you through this. If you need counseling or something like that, sometimes they feel like maybe you need some counseling. Maybe they should hook you up with or recommend a therapist or something like that. Maybe they want to know if you have some sort of mental health issue. Like if you have some past trauma, like abandonment issues or anger issues or something like that. They want to know, like, they might be thinking, did something happen to you when you were a child? Were you abused? Were you neglected or something like that? Or what happened with your last relationship? Did your last boyfriend do something and you're taking it out on them by thinking that they are going to potentially do the same thing? Vanity. So again, they feel like I really see them going back and forth, and it makes a lot of sense that it came out right next to the service card. So they part of the time they like I did say, they feel like you are someone who needs help and needs their help or help from a professional and needs caring and empathy and assistance. And the other half of the time, they feel like you're a cold-hearted bitch who just wants attention. Okay. Despondence. So again, they're confused, but also they feel like you are acting irrationally. They feel like you're irrational. And they don't know what to do. They're at an impasse. They don't know what to do anymore with this situation. They've had enough of it. They're left confused. They don't know anymore what to do. They don't know if they should buy you a gift. They don't know if they should call you. They don't know if they should drop by your house or your workplace. They don't know if they should send you a mail, something in the mail, like a gift or a letter. They don't know what to do anymore. And they feel like you guys are incompatible. Again, with this yin yang energy right next to a woman holding a coin, they feel like you guys are yin and yang energy, but not in the way that fits together properly. They feel like you guys are incompatible. You are from Venus and they're from Mars. You guys aren't even from the same planet. So yeah, so to reiterate, they are not seeing anyone else. They do not even want to fathom seeing anyone else until they become clear with what the hell happened between the two of you, so that it doesn't repeat itself in a new relationship. They find you manipulative, deceptive, mysterious, and controlling, and a bitch. But they also find you emotionally unstable and irrational, and someone who needs assistance. They don't know what you want from them. They don't know if you want them to leave you alone or to continue pursuing you. But above all, they want clarity in the situation, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading if you chose the Labradorite group. So right away, I can tell that you're no contact person. Since you guys last were in contact, they have been spending a lot of time with their family and their friends, either one or the both of them. They've been spending a lot of time with people. They've been refocusing their attention on other people, friends that they haven't seen in a while, or haven't spoken to as much. Maybe while you guys were together, they've been reconnecting with them. But even if they were still in contact with them and connecting with them a lot while you guys were in a relationship, they are using them as a support system and as a way to distract them, or to take their mind off of your relationship and to take their mind off of you. Passion and pleasure. So they've been partying. They've been going out. I'm seeing them even being around other women, if you know, or other men, whatever floats their boat. They've probably been speaking with other people, like other prospects, romantic prospects. They've been going out, they've been drinking, they've been partying with their friends, picking up or chatting up other women, other men. I'm going to hold off on saying whether or not they've actually been hooking up with them, but they've definitely been collecting numbers, or at least just talking to a lot of different people, expanding their horizons when it comes to other people. So they've definitely been checking out other people in the flow. They are just going with the flow. This person's they're pretty chill. I don't see any stress about your relationship. They're not stressing at all. They are partying. They're relaxing at home. They're going out with friends. They're chatting up other women. They're not stressing out. We have vast vistas, expand your horizon. So didn't I say that they were, didn't I say expanding? Didn't I say expanding their horizons? I said expanding something. They are expanding and they are checking out. Like I said, this is just reiterating what I already said, so I'm not going to repeat it. That card is just reiterating it. Voyage of the Heart. Oof. They have been flirting like crazy. This person's a big flirt. We have under deck energy is a view from above. Get the big picture. So, okay. They've been hooking up with a lot of different people. Or it could just be one other person, but they've been doing it a lot. So since you guys last spoke, I mean, usually I wait until I get the energy oracle before responding to whether or not they've been seeing someone else. But to me, it's really clear with this first deck. They've been hooking up. They've been partying, and hooking up and flirting. Okay, so let's get the energy oracle to see what they've been doing. That was the right group. Healer of the ages. They've been healing themselves from the situation and healing themselves from you. But with them, I don't see it as a heal. For some people, their healing takes place in solitude and through contemplation and more of a spiritual journey. With them, it's not a spiritual journey, it's more of a physical journey. So that's how they've been healing themselves, by throwing themselves into other women and other men and stuff like that, and into partying and their friends and flirting and stuff like that. So angel of love in reverse. So they've been healing this connection. I feel like they thought that the connection that you guys had was going to develop into love, or they thought that it was love at the beginning. Something happened, you guys broke apart, and now they're questioning, okay, was this really love? And instead of, going into their heart space to heal, they are going into their root chakra and their sacral chakra to heal, if you know what I mean. Thinking man in reverse. They're doing everything they possibly can to distract them from thinking about your relationship. They are doing everything they can to not think about you, to think about the potential love that ended. Man holding a coin. They may be throwing themselves into work, but they're also throwing themselves into everything in the physical realm, and they're neglecting the mental realm. Because we have this upright, we have this in reverse. So no thinking. They're not thinking about you. Of course you pop into their mind, but when you do, they distract themselves. They don't linger on the thought of you. That's what I'm saying. So maybe at night, sometimes, maybe for a couple minutes, they might lose themselves into thinking about your relationship, because I do see that happening. But once they catch themselves, they don't remain in that energy. They don't linger. They turn on the television. They turn on Netflix. They text their friends. They change their mind in some way. They distract themselves in some way, and they do something else right away. So we have deceit. So they are working to actively to detach themselves from the energy, from your energy, and also to distract themselves. Like I said, they're working very hard to distract themselves from you and from what happened between the two of you, and from even thinking of you. So you probably resonate with, if you've been texting them and trying to get back into contact with them, that they're not even responding. And if they are responding, they're taking hours to respond, and their responses are very short. And if they're doing that purposely, don't think that it took them hours to see your text message. If they respond like 3 hours later or 5 hours later, they read it, and they purposely did not respond. So walking away, they're doing everything they can to move on from this relationship. They are not lingering. Like I said, you do pop into their mind from time to time. It's inevitable, because with this angel of love card here, I feel like they really did care about you, and they thought that this relationship would potentially blossom into love, or they felt like there was a connection between the two of you that went more than physical. But now that it's over, they are flirting, they are hooking up, they are partying, they are distracting themselves, they are moving on, doing everything they can to move on. We have Karen connections. It flew out on the floor, so I'm not sure if it came upright or upside down, but it doesn't even matter, because I already know the message. They are doing everything they can to sever themselves from you. So they probably blocked you, or they're ignoring your text messages altogether. And like I said, if they are responding, they're taking hours to respond, and maybe even a full day to respond, or like days to respond, and their responses are very short. So that's if you're even texting them. Some of you guys, it's no contact at all, so you're not even texting them, but you're just wondering what they're doing. But they're not even thinking about texting you. Like, if it does cross their mind, they quickly shove it away. Financial constraints. I feel like this person feels kind of empty inside without you. So this is all a mask. Like, they're trying to put a band-aid over this hurt. So I do feel like they are hurt. But instead of trying to heal the actual wound, they're trying to cover the wound. That's what they're doing. So I also see them spending a lot of money. So they are heartbroken over this, but they are not lingering over this. They are trying to patch it up and move on. They're not trying to give it time to fully heal properly. They're trying to patch it up. And this is the kind of energy that they're used to doing. This is very male energy, very, very male energy. Men, I'm sorry, but usually they don't like to dive deep into their emotions and to heal their emotional body. They try to distract themselves with things in the physical realm and things in the physical world, and that's exactly what he's doing. So I also see him spending a lot of money. He's probably spending a lot of money on alcohol, on parties, and on I'm seeing girls. He may be getting hookers as well. Anything to distract himself from you, he may be spending money on them. Then let's get one more card from the energy oracle. Your pile is pretty straightforward. It's probably going to be shorter than all of the other ones. Patience in reverse. So yeah, they're moving on. They're yeah, it's just a repetition. Your under deck energy is 7th chakra. They're blocking off any kind of communication with you. They're blocking off any communication between themselves and their higher selves. That would help them deal with the situation at the core. They are blocking off any type of way of actually healing from the situation. Their version of healing is all sacral and root chakra healing. It's all partying, it's all alcohol, it's all drugs. If you resonate with them, maybe doing that. It's all sex, it's all just music, and getting out there and having fun, maybe gambling or going on trips. Like this is what they're doing. So I'm going to get some cards from Chakra Oracle to close out this reading, but I also just want to state that we already had a card come out for you. I just want to state that they are not in a relationship with anyone else, in case you're wondering, but they are hooking up with multiple people. Perfection. They see you as being slightly too good for them. They see you as being slightly too good for them. They don't see themselves as being able to measure up to your expectations and to what you actually need and what you actually deserve in one way or another. But I'm really picking up heavily, it's their personality. So it's less to do with their looks, less to do with their money, and more to do with their personality, their lifestyle, and their emotional capabilities of being stable. That's the way that they don't measure up to you. I'm seeing them as being very good looking, especially if they can pick up all these girls willy-nilly like that. But even if they're just average looking, they have so much confidence that they have this charm that comes with it that allows them to be able to flirt around like that and to have success. So they see you as just being out of their league in a way, but it's because you're more pure-hearted. You are more you're more advanced spiritually and emotionally and personality wise than the other types of women or men that they are used to being with in the past. Their relationships usually are more superficial based. They usually probably go after the really hot ones, which I do see you as being good looking as well, but it's more than that. Usually with the other people that they're with, they're really hot, and then they don't have a lot to talk about after sex. But with you, it's different. It's more than just the physical with you. With the other people, it's, you buy them some things, you treat them well in bed, you do a really good job in bed, maybe cook them a nice meal, and then that's his charm. He can cook you a nice meal, he can lay it down very well in bed, he might be able to buy you a few things. That was great enough to keep the other girls happy. With you, it was more than that. It took more effort, and he's not emotionally capable of putting in all that effort. He's just emotionally immature, and he's not capable of giving you everything that you need. So yeah. vanity. So I was picking that up a bit with this card. So it's the same thing. He sees you as being grander than him. Too good for him. For some of you, he may see you as being a bit too beautiful for him. But I really feel like it's more than just your looks. It's your sensuality and your attractiveness. But in terms of the energy, the way you attract people and attract energies, you're just of a higher caliber. Bittersweet. So I just want to quickly go into the book for this card because I just got this deck this week, and in fact I only unboxed it yesterday. But just this one little part I want to read to you. Here it says, there is an inner strength here helping you to rise above circumstances and do the right thing. It is time to set aside your personal agenda for the good of the group. The person you are becoming is capable of more than you imagined. So I really see them as being strong, but strong in the sense of not, it's sort of a fake strength, but it's still effective in preventing themselves from going back to you because they do see you as being better than them. It says, so it's a time to set aside your personal agenda for the good of the group. And here it means the good of you, for your own good. So they're setting aside their own personal agenda of, being attracted to you and wanting you back and liking, really enjoying the time that they spent with you and actually potentially being in love with you with this card here, or it was beginning to blossom. They're setting aside all that for your greater good. So they're actually not as selfish as you think that they are. They are thinking about you in their actions. So by throwing themselves into all these other people and flings, and by not responding to your messages or not texting you or contacting you anymore, they are thinking of you, and they're thinking of your highest good and your betterment. They know that you're capable. It says here, the person you are becoming is capable of more than you imagined. And I see this as being you. They think that you are capable of much better than them. They actually do think that. And by them blocking you or just ending this relationship and not going back, very specifically, it's not going back to the relationship. For them, this is them doing you the biggest service ever. The biggest service ever. They are helping you. And it's not that they don't care about you. It's not that they don't love you. Is that they know that you guys are incompatible and they are just bad for you. This is very much coming off as a typical young adult or teen novel or TV show or romance kind of movie where you have the bad boy who's not good for the good girl, but they kind of fall for each other anyway. But in the end, the bad boy realizes, I'm just bringing her down. I can't live up to her expectations. I can't be the person that she needs me to be. So I'm just going to do the selfless thing and move on. So this person's not as selfish as you actually think. In a way, he is selfish because he only thinks about, mainly he thinks about what's in his pants and getting fulfillment that way. So he probably cheated on you a lot when you guys were together in the relationship. So that's probably why you guys broke up. He wasn't faithful. And he was non-committal. So in a way he is selfish, but with regards to you and him not coming back to you and not prolonging this relationship and rekindling it, he's being very selfless. So we have soulmate here. He feels like you're a soulmate actually. But in reality, I'm going to tell you right now with this energy that's coming off, you guys may be a karmic soulmate. But even if you are soulmates, it's not a karmic soulmate. This person is emotionally not and spiritually not as advanced as you are right now at this stage in your life. So maybe you guys can come back together in like 10 years or something when they advance more spiritually. But quite frankly, if you're probably going to be at a higher level than they are by the time they come around, right? So if this relationship was going to work, it would definitely not work until a decade later at least. It's not going to work anytime soon. So you're just going to have to forget about this person's for your good and their good. They're just going to hold you back from your own advancement and expansion. And even though you guys are some sort of soulmate, whether it's karmic or you might even be twin flame, because I've heard that twin flame relationships could be like difficult like this. But I find it, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I find it difficult to believe that you can have two twin flames in the same incarnation where one person is so significantly under spiritually developed than their twin counterpart. I'm not an expert. It could happen. So you guys could be twin flames, but based on my knowledge, it doesn't seem likely. You guys are some sort of soulmates. You guys have known each other in past lives. You guys are probably good friends, could be good friends, but you got in this incarnation right now and in this set point in time, you guys are so out of alignment. Just don't even think about getting back together with this person. So we have 3 more cards that flew out. I'm just going to read this quickly. I thought this reading was going to be shorter than the rest, but it's not. It's like around the same length. So we have instinct. So this person they feel instinctively connected to you, and you have a much higher instinct. You guys are both have a good intuition, but your intuition is far more advanced than them. They're using their intuition. The only time that they're following it is by not getting back together with you and not contacting you and leaving you alone. This is the way that they're using their intuition and their instinct. But your instinct is more highly developed than theirs. So you probably resonated with never having full, like, concrete proof when you guys were together that he was cheating on you. But your intuition was just all these red flags were just flying around your head in your mind's eye, in your sixth sense. And you were right. You were right to believe that. So they didn't stop what they were doing. They were doing it the entire time. And when you guys broke up, they continued this flirting behavior. So we have wisdom. You're highly intelligent. You're highly wise. This person sees you as is wiser than your age. This person's very immature. So I don't care if they're older than you. They may be older than you, but you're far more mature than them. And you're an older soul than they are. Okay. And they can sense that, even if they can't put those kind of words to them. And look, the next card we have is enlightenment. So you are on your way to enlightenment in this incarnation. And this person would hold you back from enlightenment. They're not going to reach enlightenment in this incarnation. They're way too far back in their advancement with this energy that they're in. And again, if you resonate with them being older than you, to top it off, they have less time. So if they're older than you and they're way less mature than you, it's just not going to happen. But you are on a path to enlightenment, and you are advancing far more quickly than they are. So they probably were a catalyst for you in your spiritual advancement. They were probably specifically a catalyst for your intuition, for you listening to your intuition. So you probably allowed this relationship to linger and to go on for way too long by denying your intuitive inclinings with regards to their fidelity and their lies and their deceit. Because remember, we have the deceit card here. So you probably denied that and pushed it down for a long time, and now you're no longer doing that. So this relationship was here to teach you a lesson to trust your instincts and to usher you into higher wisdom and enlightenment, and to cause you to trust your own wisdom, your inner knowing, and your logic. And you're very intelligent as well. Okay. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading if you chose the amethyst. So right away, I can see that your person, during no contact, since you guys last were in contact, they've been in a tight situation. They've been in a tough spot. They've been trying to navigate their new life without you. They've been trying to navigate this situation. They are trying to move forward. I see that, but they're having some sort of difficulty with that. Infinite abundance. I feel like they're trying to find their way out of this sticky situation, out of this period of mourning and regret, and just they're trying to find themselves out of this lingering energy that is a result of you two being in a relationship and you two breaking up. They're trying to find their happiness, they're trying to find their joy, they're trying to find stability again. With this finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source, I see them as being in hermit mode, contemplative mode. They might be in meditation, they might be spending a lot of time alone. I do see with this infinite abundance there are people around them, but for the most part with this narrow pathway and finding sanctuary, I see them as spending a lot of time alone, healing. And again, here we have this card, crossing bridges, time for healing, connecting, mending, releasing. So they're trying to release the past, they're trying to release the energy, the energy with you and this relationship. They are trying to find peace again, find where they actually belong. They're trying to come to terms with this ending and come to terms with their emotions surrounding it and their mind, their thoughts. They're trying to bring some sort of order to this slightly chaotic situation. So the underdeck energy is mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. So again, they are healing. They're trying to find some sort of order and mending from this situation. So I'm going to get some more cards from Energy Oracle. Okay. Attachment. I see them, although it came in the upright, I see them as trying to release their attachment to you. There's some sort of stress, some sort of fear, some sort of anxiety about losing you, and they're trying to move forward. With this action card, they are taking a lot of action with regards to releasing their attachments with you. This could be attachments in the physical realm. So maybe you guys used to live together and you still have stuff in their house, or they still have stuff in your house, or you guys have to split the house somehow. If you guys were married, there could be some paperwork involved, or splitting of assets or whatnot. But if you guys were just in a relationship, but you guys live together, they're cleaning out their house, maybe throwing away things that remind them of you, or throwing away your things that you left behind, or trying to get it to you, or vice versa. You're trying to pick up your things. They're trying to release anything in their home, in their surroundings that reminds them of you. They may be deleting text messages. They may be deleting old photographs. They may also be cleaning out their social media. So if you guys are still their friends on social media, you may actually, if you go back to some of their old pictures, you may actually find that the old pictures with the two of you are gone. They're deleted. So, and their status is now changed to single. They're taking a lot of action with regards to severing their connection with you. So third chakra, again, there's trying to take their power back and going through the motions of severing this connection. They're trying to come back into alignment with themselves, finding sanctuary. They're trying to come back into alignment with themselves, their source, who they actually are, separate from you, all tied up. I know it's upright, but again, I see it in reverse. But it's probably because this energy is still lingering. So you guys probably resonate with there being a lot of things that you guys still need to handle with logistics. So this could be a marriage, or just two people who lived together for a long time, or had just some things that were connected with each other. Because this is coming off as much more than just energy. Of course, that is a part of it. I see them trying to release your energy, like in thought form and emotional form as well. But there really seems to be some physical stuff that they're trying to get rid of, to sever. So that's what they've been doing since no contact. They've probably been going through some stuff that you left at their home. And as well as going through their phones, their computer, whatever traces they have of you, they're trying to eradicate that. So we have patience in reverse. So I see them spending a lot of time in contemplation by themselves, but again, this is just reiterating, severing, do a lot of action, a lot of work to sever ties, indecision in reverse. They are deciding to move on. They're deciding to go their own way. I don't see them looking back. If I see them looking back to you, it's looking back and thinking, where am I seeing energies of her or him still lingering and still connected to me, and what can I do to sever it? That's what I see that is happening. Your underdeck energy, door to spirit. So this is actually very similar to this finding sanctuary. It's almost identical. So they are trying to move on. I feel like they feel like this is for the best. They feel like their spirit guides or their higher self or source, whatever you want to call it, is, or God is leading them towards this breakup and leading them through this breakup. They feel like this is divinely orchestrated, that you guys are breaking up and parting ways and going your separate ways. So they have absolutely no intention of ever getting back together with you. And from these cards, I definitely do not see them being with anyone else. In fact, I don't even see them hooking up with anyone else on a physical level. There's no one. They're still intertwined with these logistics. So this is very much a lot of things that need to be separated, like tangible things that you guys need to separate. Let's just get. Okay, as soon as I said that, I had a feeling that this energy oracle wanted to speak a bit more, and there we go. Door to romance. Okay, let's get another card. Okay, I said let's get another card, and I think I had like 4 fly out for your group, so we're gonna take them. First chakra in reverse. Let's see. Let's get these cards that flew out. Community in reverse. Angel of Balance in reverse, and Thinking Man. We're going to put the Thinking Man. Let's put him here. Okay. I see this energy is coming off as several years that you guys have been together. Enough so that you have things that are connected with each other. Income, bank accounts, houses, land, property, belongings, furniture, estates, real estates, whatever. You guys have some stuff connected, may even be children involved. Friends as well. A lot of mutual friends. Starting over here, I kind of feel like you guys do indeed have mutual friends, and they're trying to maybe also sever ties with some of them who they feel are too connected to you and too loyal to you, or who speak to you too much. They may be trying to sever ties with them. They may also have some of your mutual friends or some of their friends sort of speaking to them in their ear, telling them some things maybe about you or what you're currently doing, or trying to give them some advice and maybe tell them that they should get back together with you or something like that. Trying to counsel him in some sort of manner. They're trying to balance that out as well. It could be their family or their own friends who don't even know you. Everyone seems to have an opinion in this matter. So this really comes off as a couple who have either been married or they've been together for several years. And you have a lot of mutual friends. You may be, their family may even be calling you. Your family may even be calling him. You guys are pretty close. Everyone has a damn opinion about this breakup, and he's also trying to juggle this as well, also in addition to trying to juggle these physical things and his own mental things and emotional things. He's also juggling people who want to give their input in this situation. With this door to romance here, this kind of popped up out of nowhere. With first chakra in reverse, I'm still going to go ahead and say that he is not seeing anyone else, and he's not even hooking up with anyone else. I'm still not seeing that. However, it seems like people are approaching him. It seems like once news got out that you guys broke up, people who've been waiting on the sidelines, like other girls, other guys, whatever, who've been waiting on the sidelines, are all of a sudden texting him, contacting him, approaching him, talking to him. He's receiving a lot more attention now. since you guys broke up. He's probably an eligible bachelor. Maybe he makes a lot of money, and that's why you guys have to split a lot of assets and stuff. Like, who bought the house? Was it him? Was it you? Who owns the house? Whose name is on the lease? Or this and that and that and this. I'm just gonna turn on the lights. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah, it was getting a bit cloudy. So like I said, I see him being approached by people, but unlike the last group that I read for, I do not see him entertaining these people for too long. He has enough to deal with. He has enough on his plate. He has friends and family who are talking to him, his own family and friends, and your own family and friends potentially who are talking to him. He has all of these physical things, contracts to deal with. He may even have to lawyer up if you guys were married or whatever. He has enough to deal with. He's also dealing with his own emotions in regards to you. He doesn't have the emotional space right now to deal with any other person. If he ever is dealing like with anyone else, it's going to be purely physical, just for physical relief at this point. So for a very small percentage of you, he may be hooking up, but definitely not with a bunch of people. It would only, if he is hooking up with someone, it's just one other person, and it's just a friends with benefits. So I do see for some of you guys, a small percentage of you guys, this is someone like a friend. Oh. You know what? Let me clarify that. Because all of a sudden, for a small percentage of you guys, I start to see this close friend or even a coworker or an employee who he's been working with or friends with for a while, who they started sleeping with each other, but it's purely physical. Like, he's not attached to her. He doesn't really like her. Like, he likes her as a person. But, okay. So to clarify, we have the Magician in the Mirror and Thinking Woman. So there's definitely a woman around him. And she is doing everything in her power to solidify her position in his life, to solidify herself as a shoulder that he can lean on, as a confidant, and potentially as a new fling. There is someone here for sure. There's someone here. So for all of you guys, there's someone there who's trying to weasel her way into his life now that there's an opening and now that you guys broke up. And I'm still going to keep using he and she, because here we have the female, here we have the male. Make the energies resonate for you if it's different. But there's definitely a girl here weaseling, or feminine, weaseling her way into his life. She saw the opening. She probably works with him. For a lot of you guys, if she doesn't work with him, she has been friends with him and in your inner circle for a while. She could even be friends with you as well, I'm seeing. And she's using this opportunity, all of her tricks that she has up her sleeves to solidify herself as maybe his next fling, his next girlfriend, as his confidant, as someone he can depend on and count on. She wants to be his next girlfriend, his next wife, his next whatever. And she wants them to be intimate with each other. She wants them to hook up and to get together. So for some of you guys, he may have already hooked up with her, and he may be hooking up with her, but he was not hooking up with her while you guys were in a relationship. I want to make that clear. He has been hooking up with her after you guys broke up, not immediately after, but after a while, after she weaseled her way in, and she's been around for a while. She might be his employee, his secretary, whatever, coworker, or a friend. He's very recently started hooking up with her. But for the rest of you guys, they're not hooking up, but they very well might start soon. They might. But either way, they are spending a lot of time together. Or even if they're not spending a lot of time together, they are talking. I see them texting a lot with each other. She's always making sure she checks up on him, every day. Hey, how you doing today? How's it going today? Like, every day she makes sure to text him, to check up on him, to see how he's doing. So yeah. Oh, and your underdeck energy, after I clarified, was happy family. So there's definitely someone there who wants to be the new stepmom in your old family, or to be the next Mrs. whatever, lady of the house. So let's get some more. Let's use the chakra and oracle cards to close out this reading to get some more information on what he has been feeling about you. Okay, right away. Perseverance. So he's definitely very determined to get through this breakup. Now, I want to clarify and get another card to see if he's... Because, okay. Let me just clarify. But I already can see an energy from the other deck. Wow, okay. We seem to be going in another direction. Because for the whole time, it seemed to me like he was very determined to separate. A lot of separation. Remember with this this card here, all tied up, and with this attachment card, there seemed to be a whole lot of him trying to separate himself from your energy. With this miracle and perseverance, it seems almost like he's either hoping that this whole mess will end quickly, or he's hoping that it will end quickly and you guys could sever ties and move on together, separate and it'd be done. Or he's hoping that you guys will get back together, even if on the surface he's working very hard to separate himself from you, because I do see him working very hard on the surface. Maybe underneath there's still a part of him that's hoping that you guys will get back together. Mysticism. He sees this whole situation as being very mysterious. So like I said in the beginning, I did say that he saw it as divinely guided that you guys would break up. So, but it's still very mysterious. He doesn't know really why. I don't think he fully agrees with this separation. He sees it as something that's almost inevitable, that needs to happen, and maybe that's out of his control. Maybe that's why he feels like it's divinely guided, because he sees it as being out of his control. I don't think he really chose it himself. Even though he's doing everything, he's probably a fire sign or an earth sign. Even though he's doing everything that he can to smoothly detach from you and get all the logistics out of the way as smoothly and quickly as possible, underneath he is thinking that this whole situation is just weird and just came out of nowhere. He was almost blindsided. He didn't see it coming, and he's not 100% convinced that you guys are meant to separate. Dissipating. I see him as daydreaming and thinking about you a lot. But at the same time, there's still a part of him that wants to be free. I think he's freaking confused. There's part of him that wants to be rid of you and he can't wait to be rid of you. And there's another part of him that wants to just grab you and cuddle you and lay you down in bed and just put the ring back on your finger and pretend that none of this happened. Let's keep going. I feel like this is the group I pulled the most cards for. Enlightenment. Again, he's really confused. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on, why this is happening. Is this divinely guided? Was it God? Was it source? Was it the universe? Like, what's going on? Look at the card. You see this little boy, like, he's looking up at God and he has his hands stretched out, and if you look at it, it kind of looks like he's saying, what's going on? Like, can you give me an answer? Like, what's going on? That's how he feels. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. So maybe it was you who filed for divorce, or or separation, or who broke up with him. Or even if he did break up with you, it was after a long time of you guys having a lot of arguments, and he just decided, okay, you know what, it's enough. And then you just said, yes, it's enough. Like, you guys both agreed. But there's still a part of him that's wondering, is this really for the best? What the hell happened? Why did this happen? What's going on? And are we supposed to really break up? Or are we supposed to get back together? But even though I do see him as being confused, I see him as still putting in a lot of effort and action into severing ties with you. So he's not diddle-daddling. He's not taking his dearest time. He is moving to get things done, to sever ties with you. I think he's just hoping that if he just keeps moving forward, keeps persevering, and keeps doing what he needs to do in the physical realm to make you happy. And that's why it's coming off as you were the one who asked for the separation, because I kind of feel like he feels that if he just continues with this and does whatever he can to smoothly separate from you and to make you happy, because to give you the divorce or the separation or the breakup that you want, that somehow he'll be able to make some sort of sense out of this. Somehow he'll receive the guidance and the answers from above and from higher ups that he needs in regards to the situation. Or maybe that you will separate for a little bit, but that you guys will get back together eventually. Impartiality. So he's just taking a step back and allowing things to unfold in whichever way the divine feels fit, or you feel fit for things to unfold. He is trying to be impartial in the situation. He's trying to just make you happy. I really see that. So he's doing what you asked of him. You're the one who probably asked for a separation, for a divorce, for a breakup. And he's trying to make you happy. And again, I really feel like because he's working so diligently and quickly, to you it seems like he doesn't care and that that's what he actually wants. But I'm here to tell you that this is not really what he wants. He just wants you to be happy, whether it's with him or without him. He would prefer if it was with him. I do see that. But he really, above all, just wants you to be happy. And he feels like right now he's standing in the way of your happiness. So he's trying to be as neutral and impartial as he possibly can in this situation and just get the job done, get the work done to make you happy, to cross that bridge and to get to the other side of peace. He just wants peace between the two of you guys. So I really feel like you hold the key in this relationship. If you decide you want to get back together, you're the one who makes that decision. You may, of course, need to speak with him, because I don't see him as being a pushover. He's very strong. He's very a go-getter. He's very, he's not a pushover. So you need to speak with him if you want to get back together. You guys need to have a discussion and whatnot, but he's definitely going to be open to it. I don't see him as actually wanting this separation. So this is so those are your messages. This is what he has been doing since you guys have been in no contact. He's been doing exactly what you asked of him. He's been trying to separate himself from you, all your things, separate your assets, separate his emotions, his mind, get that in check. There is also, like I said, a female around him. It could be a friend, a female friend, or a coworker who is helping him through this. Emotionally, she's been helping him through this separation. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading.